Hey there, Shalini Mittal here from Tech Gatha, and this video is in continuation of the previous video about if else. The link for the same is provided in the description for you all to watch the previous video to understand the basics of if else. Now there are a few rules with respect to if else. So say for example 1. There can be an if without an else, okay, but else cannot exist without an if. Third, else needs to be followed by an immediate if, okay. There cannot be anything between the if and else statements. What does this mean? I can do this. There can be an if without an else. So if I save, if I run, I enter an age 20, it says can vote. If I again run, enter a age 12, now you would see age greater than 12, this condition is false. This will not be executed, but nothing will be printed because we haven't handled for if the condition is false. But there can be an if without an else. In the upcoming videos, you will be seeing where you would require only if without an else, and you really don't need to handle for the false condition. Else cannot exist without an if. So if I do this and if I delete this, now there is an else without an if. See, invalid syntax, because I cannot have an if, I cannot have an else without an if. Else needs to be followed by an immediate if. So if I say print, please enter more details. Okay, take a pause and tell me, what do you think? Will these two statements print? Will it be an error if the condition is true? Okay, now if I enter an age as 20, which is definitely greater than or equal to 18, it goes inside, and if you would see, there are spaces, right? An equal amount of spaces before both the print statements. It prints both the statements. What happens if I do this? See, it says unindent does not match any outer indentation level. So neither this print is in line with if, neither this print is in line with this print. It is out of the indentation error, it gives an error. What about if I do this? Now it's not out of the indentation, right? It's exactly below this if. Now it's in line with the if. If I save and if I run, but still it's invalid syntax. Why? Because there cannot be anything between if and else statement. So if this print is in line with this print statement, means these two print statements will execute only if the condition is true. But the moment I bring print outside the if and say, for example, let me comment these out. Okay, now if I run, see, if I enter the age as 20, which is true, it prints can vote, but it also prints this statement. Let's say I run it again. Now if I say enter age 12, so this condition is not true. Can vote will not be printed, but still this print statement is executed. When the statement is in line with the previous statement, it will be executed in a sequence. So once this block, now this becomes a block. Once this block completes is when this statement executes, because it is independent of the previous block. But the moment I do this, these two statements are a part of if block. So these two statements will only execute if the condition is true. This is very, very important to understand. Hence, when we try it this way, so when we had this print statement is independent of the if block. Else cannot exist without an if. and else needs to be followed immediately by an if, and there cannot be anything between if and else. This print statement is independent of the if block, executes irrespective of if this condition is true or false. Hence, it's not a part of a if block, and else is, and there is this print statement between if else. So this else is then dangling, means it's not followed by immediate if, so it gives an error. So there cannot be anything between the if and else statements. Now based on this, tell me what will be the output if I write this. See, if I say x is 10, y equals to 20, I'll say if x equal to 10, I say if y equal to, or maybe say y greater than 20, and I say print 1, okay, I say else print 2, I say else print 3, I say print 4. What do you think? Take a pause and let me know what will be the output of these if-else statements after I execute. So if I run, see, it prints 2, it prints 4. X is equals to 10, true. So if this is true, you would see this whole is a part of the if block. These if and else are a part of the outer if. So this is called as an outer if. This is called as inner if. This if is a part of the outer if. It will execute only if the outer if condition is true. Now this print statement is a part of this inner if. It will execute only if the inner if condition is true. If the condition is false, this else is a part of this if. It is immediately followed by this if. So this will execute if the condition is false. So y x equal to 10 true, y greater than 20 false. So it goes in else and it prints 2. Now this else is a part of this if. So if this condition was false, then it would skip all these 4 lines, directly come to else and print 3. This print 4 is in line with the if. See, it's in line. Hence, this print is not a part of any of the if else above, and it gets printed irrespective of these conditions are true or false. So if I say x not equals to 10, if I do this, it is false. You would say you get the output as, take a pause, tell me what do you think you will get the output. So according to me it is 3 and 4. Because the condition is false, these all will be skipped. It comes in the else block, prints 3, and this 4 gets printed irrespective of whether any of the if conditions were true or if conditions were false. These are few of the rules with respect to if and else. Next video we will see nested if else. Till then, happy learning, take care and bye-bye.